go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, how I want to be with St Kilda. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Australia is one of the world's greatest sporting nations, and Melbourne one of the greatest sporting capitals here in Australia. And we're here today to look at the Saints supporters. The sport of football is where the heart throbs. And I tell you what, for the Saints supporters at the moment, it's certainly a case of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Not doing too well. It's going to see the spirit of the supporters in Melbourne. Is Mr. Incognito, Mr. Darren Broughton. How are you?
Oh, not bad. I'm not bad. Still recovering from last night.
Oh, you know, it's sore. It hurts, doesn't it?
It does. It's hurting a lot. But
it hurts even more because you came all the way down to Sydney to watch a losing team be defeated.
I know. And we're...
Did you hear at the reserves today? That's a true supporter.
I know. I brought all my friends with me. These are all other E-Sainters. So...
How do you become an E-Sainter?
All you got to do is send an email to me at esainter@telstra.com and you can get on the E-Saint list.
So what do you think's important to make a good supporter, Darren?
Absolute dedicated loyalty, which is shown by all of us here.
And wearing the colours?
Yeah, we swam across today. So, yeah, swam across from St Kilda Pier across to here. So.
I heard it was a bit of a bumpy ferry ride as well.
It was, and people, you know...
They were vomiting. Is that because of the loss last night?
It was.
Hi, Joanne. You enjoying the game?
I am.
Did you enjoy the game last night, the AFL game?
I did, because I actually thought they played a lot better than they have been, so that's good. You know, and North Melbourne are a good team, so... Well, I hate them, but they're a good team. So.
How much do you hate them?
Too much to talk about.
Did you slash their tyres?
Oh, I do more than that.
Yeah?
Especially with Scott with me, you know, do anything.
So, what role does Scott play in the whole big Saints supporting scene?
He's the man. He's the man we come for, you know, like he's here every week and organising tickets, organising memberships. He's out there ringing people. If it wasn't for Scott, we wouldn't all be here.
Scott, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I was just thinking, you sound a bit hungover there, Scott.
I'm not hungover. I caught the last train home last night from the footy.
Okay.
Went to the social club after the game. Very disciplined performance it was.
Right, okay. What's an undisciplined performance in that case?
Well, last week was undisciplined performance because, who did we play last week? Brisbane.
Yep.
Very disappointing game. We ended up going out after the game, went to the Prince of Wales till about 3 in the morning to...
drown your sorrows?
No, more to like bond in solace and things like that. So... The last night was a bit sort of uplifting.
I'm just wondering, who and how do you make it onto your scarf? Who are these heroes?
You've got to sort of be an unknown.
Yeah? The underdog. That's the Aussie way, isn't it?
You've got to be an unknown and then once they get a bit famous, they move off my scarf.
Okay.
And then
Does
another
they go
one
down
will come
one?
on. And they'll probably go off the scarf.
Oh, okay.
And they'll probably go into my wall.
Well, here's a fellow who's proudly flying the flag of Saints. Good afternoon, how are you? Doesn't want to take his eye off the game for a second and miss anything here. How is the long arm the law at the moment?
Quite good at this stage.
Yeah, not you know, in a clenched fist or anything?
No, not at all.
You enjoying the game?
Fantastic.
You're a Saints supporter?
No, I'm not.
You're not. Do you support any football at all?
Collingwood.
Collingwood, there you go. Are they playing today?
No.
No, they're not.
I'm going to shoot.
Okay, fine, but I've just been told to bugger off, so we will. This is father and son at the footy, and I'm just wondering, sir, whether your son's going to grow up to be a St Kilda supporter?
Certainly will be, he already is.
Absolutely, you've got to start him young, eh?
Oh, it didn't take much.
No? So is he the only one? You've got a couple of others in tow?
2 daughters, 9-year-old daughters. They're very keen as well, but they're not here today.
Okay, would you be completely devastated if your son, say, decided, nah, the Pies is the way to go?
I'd disown him.
Really? You're that passionate about your team?
Sure thing.
I'm just wondering how you feel about the AFL and how the team's going at the moment.
Well, it gives us 2 chances to support St Kilda coming to the reserves, but as far as the AFL's going, they're not going real flash at the moment, but I'm sure they'll come good.
Okay, tell you what, we've heard a lot of that today. A lot of people thinking, well, they're not playing too well at the moment, but they'll come good.
I'm sure they will. They've got a team of champions, and it's just a matter of putting it together.
Well, it's half time out here in Williamstown VFL, and it's 1 point in it. And this is where it's the huddle. This is where all the supporters come out and play kick to kick. It's where you dodge footballs, get yourself knocked out. Look out, Luke. Don't know where the little kids are. They usually come out and they play as well, but not today. So anyway, let's have a bit of a chat to some of the players, see how they're feeling about the game, about being involved with St Kilda. Bit of an injury over here. Oh, I wonder what they're talking about this. Very serious over there. I wonder what they're talking about. Maybe about what they're going to wear for the second half. Maybe how they're shaping up, you know. Well, they put a bit of a ring around this St Kilda players, so it's obviously no-go zone. We've got a bit of a ring happening here. We've got two guys in the middle here, but, you know, I dare not go in the circle. Quick, come in the circle. Fantastic. There you go. It's a free country. How's the game going for you guys?
Good. Very good.
I noticed that it's a bit of a draw happening at the moment.
Yeah, well,
So if you slip you maybe $20, would you look after St Kilda?
have to be a bit more than that, I think.
A bit more. There you go. So you didn't say no. Well, how much is enough?
You couldn't put a figure on it.
You couldn't put a figure prices. Fair enough. Okay.
Do you know you can't approach the umpires without the VFL's instruction?
Do now. Looks like you've got a bit of a...
It doesn't belong to me.
It does. It's busted. How did this happen? Is this because of last night? The loss last night? You kind of like got a little bit, you know, aggressive and stuck this in someone?
We came here by boat.
Yeah.
We can't.
Fair enough. What makes you a St Kilda supporter?
I had a few friends I went to school with, and they back with St Kilda, and I went along with them in the early 80s to a few games, and then I started going every week.
And now it's indoctrinated into you?
Yeah, losing doesn't bother me, it's just when they don't try, that bothers me.
Do you think they're trying at the moment?
Yeah, they're trying all right today.
Not hard enough.
No.
What about you? You think St Kilda's a bunch of tryhards?
Tryhards. Oh, they have their patches. They I think it's just lack of confidence at the moment.
Yeah? So how do you reckon they can get their confidence up then? Maybe the supporters should be a bit more vocal.
Oh, I think we're as vocal as we can, but I go home without a voice each week this year.
Of course. What about this aim of the ESANA of combining art, culture and football?
Oh yeah, I think it's
You
it's
work
good.
for this team because you're eclectic and eccentric?
Yeah, that's right. We've been described as we're the mad uncle. We're the mad uncle no one wants. But yeah, I think we have a lot of artists and musicians who follow us. It's good.
This is Billy Miller from the Dave Graney Show. How are you?
Good, thanks, Jackie. Very good.
Now, we were just talking earlier about the combination, the eclectic nature of the Saints supporters, the fact that they can combine art, culture and football,
Right.
which I think a lot of people said would never, ever happen. Your thoughts about that? You're here today as an artiste.
Well, I was just talking to the chairman of selectors, and he's had 7 kids.
Yeah?
7 kids, so that's adding to our culture. So there's football and there's an art to having 7 kids, so you got the lot
very
there.
True. Are you going to be involved in this breeding program?
Well, my wife Lucy, who's sitting here right next to us,
Okay.
we had a
Is
go.
you with child?
No. Child is here. Child is running on the football field, but Child is a girl.
Oh.
So she hasn't got much hope of getting in, and our other child is 17. He's a boy, and he prefers the Kurt Cobain style of things.
As a performer, how do you think you add to
Yes.
the support for your team? Like, you know, sing it from the heart and stuff like that?
Yeah. Oh, look, I used to do all these gigs for the team during the dark 80s, for to try and keep them afloat.
Yep.
And, I've written a few songs about them, and basically just that bit of support. I came to meet all you guys as you got off the Williamstown punt today, as the St Kilda supporters would have done back in 1892. They would have got a rowboat over or something. I thought it was very good.
I'm just wondering how pie sales are going today.
Very well.
Yep. Why is that?
Because they're good. They're patties.
Okay, Paddy's pies are the best pies?
Of course they are.
Do you have them with sauce always?
Yes, definitely.
I'm wondering who buys most pies? Would it be Collingwood supporters or Saints supporters?
Who's buying them?
Yeah.
Everybody. Woolly supporters, Collingwood supporters and St Kilda supporters.
Fantastic. So what's on the menu here at the Woolly Canteen?
Pies, pasties, sausage rolls, cheese and salad rolls, ham and salad rolls and drinks.
So enjoying the game?
Yeah.
How long have you been a supporter for?
Yeah.
A year? So why did you start? Why did you choose Saints?
My parents did.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hate
So
it.
it's like a family tradition then?
Yeah.
So would your dad have been unhappy if you'd have supported anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was there another choice, another option? Nah.
No.
It was Saints all the way.
Yep.
Now, how do you think the AFL are going to go this year? Bit of a worry? What do you think they should do? Sack the coach?
Yep.
Sack the coach. Who do you think should get instead?
Stan Alsbach.
Why?
He was better than Tim Watson.
Yeah? Do you reckon, what about some of the players? Swap some?
Get Ozzy back on the team.
Yep. Anybody else?
Mitchell and Monkhurst. Yeah.
Listen, this kid knows what he's talking about. So what do you reckon St Kilda should do to win a game or two?
Just keep at it, I suppose, really. I mean, it's just, I thought they showed good endeavour last night, or great endeavour last night, and, you know, they just have to keep that up.
What do you think they should do to pick up their game?
You got an hour?
Got an hour, yep, go for it.
No, they'll get there. They played better last night.
Yeah, it was only, 2 goals difference?
Yeah, it was a big improvement on what they've been doing, so...
Any suggestions?
Yeah, but I wouldn't like to put them on air.
So, Noel, what would you do?
We've discussed this many times amidst a group of us. St Kilda, over the period of years, have blamed the coaches. But we don't really know. We don't know. We're not going to blame the coach because I don't think that's the problem. They're not playing as a team. They don't seem to be doing the things they should be doing, mainly, what should I say, around the packs. They're not drumming the ball. The ball's going into our forward line. The one man flying for it. All this. It's just. It's what should I say? It's not Colonial Stadium. It's just a team.
Just the team. They're not playing as a team.
They're not playing as a team.
I reckon if they had this guy on the team, they'd probably win. Excuse me. What's the secret to a good bounce?
Good bounce, like just like this.
Yep, of a ball. That's right.
Bounce it, I guess.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
Oh yeah. More practice the better.
Do you think St Kilda could practice a bit more, maybe win a couple of AFL games?
Oh yeah.
I reckon you can show him a thing or two.
We should swap the reserves with the seniors.
There you go. That's the secret there. How you feel and how proud do you feel to be a Saints supporter?
I'm always proud to be a Saint.
Yeah.
And I think circumstances like this really separate the wheat from the chaff, let us say.
Yes.
And I think I actually kind of like it when we're in this position because there's only one way to go, which is up. And all the hardcore are the ones that stay, and so all the classic wins, and it's all the people that drop off, say, no, I've got something better to do, I'll go and see Titanic again, whatever. Go to the nice Crown Cinema. It's all the people that are just... St Kilda's what they're all about, and they're the ones that stay and they get their rewards.
Have you got any thoughts maybe for the players if they're watching?
Stick with the fellas, we're all right behind you. And there's good times just around the corner, I feel sure, and I still think we're going to make the finals. This is how I want it to be, all just the barnstorming finish from the impossible position, so
big call.
Let me down.
I want to be with St Kilda.
I'm joined here by one half of Smoking Joe's. George, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thanks. I'm just wondering, how did two Asian guys get into singing the blues? How did that happen?
How? Just listen blues music and then practice. Yeah, and we really like blues, so yeah, it was not so difficult. Yes.
Fair enough, just a bit of an odd combination, that's all. And I'm just wondering, we're here at the very glamorous location outside the women's toilet block in Acland Street, and I'm just wondering, as a busker, why did you choose this particular location to spend a lovely Sunday afternoon?
You mean in toilet?
Yes. Like, why here?
Maybe we like toilet.
You like toilet blocks? There you go. Okay, fair enough. No, but seriously, why this particular location?
Because Sunday is very busy here, and the people enjoy afternoon, and maybe people can enjoy music too. Yeah.
Well, this is the place to find a busker. Burke Street Mall, and of course they're everywhere. And did you know that Doug Anthony's All-Stars started right here in this mall, all four of them, and now look at them, they've all got TV careers like myself and Jacqueline. And look, there's a lonely guitarist just over there playing against the cold old walls of the post office. Let's see what he's got to say. It's a very cold and lonely life here on the steps at the post office. How do you handle that?
It's no problem. I'm here with a purpose. I just love to be here, and I come here every Sunday except for next Sunday because I'm going away for a holiday for a week. But
you're not actually busking. You're a street preacher.
Yeah, I actually.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is that I don't do it to collect money.
There is no hat.
No, there's no hat. I just I sing some songs, and I also every now and again I'll get up and I'll preach a sermon, and call people to come to Christ. Yeah.
Excellent. Nothing like a bit of a blues here at the Ackland Street Women's Toilets.
So how many tunes do you play? Well, you sit here for a few hours, yeah?
Yeah, well, I've got a fair few tunes up my sleeve. They're all Christian. I sing a lot of Hillsong, everything.
Do you find a lot of responses negative in a day where, we're very anti-religion almost?
No, actually, I'm getting a lot of people who are responding, who are coming to me and talking to me and saying, what I believe and what happens is when I play, the power and the presence of God comes, and that's what I believe happens, and people actually are drawn to that. I've had people that have come up, how you doing, guys? People have actually come up and been drawn by the presence of God and given their hearts to Christ because they've felt the presence of God, and I've been able to talk to them about Jesus and a relationship with God. It's not religion, man, it's about a relationship with the living God. That's what I preach.
Fantastic. Well, let's do Turn on the Sun, shall we? Turn on the sun.
I don't do that.
And here I am in the Ackland Food Court with Robert Lamachella. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Now, there's a busking competition going on here at the moment.
Yeah, you bet.
So what's the go here? If you're a busker out there and you want to make yourself $1,000, how do you manage that?
Okay, the contest is going over the next few weeks. This is heat number 2 today. We'll be going on next Sunday and culminating on July the 9th. The grand final winner will win $1,000 cash.
Not bad for a day's work?
Not bad at all. And it is a big deal. We've got someone from Sony coming over to judge the contest. And we're looking for spontaneity, originality, and of course an act that can command a moving audience. That's what busking's all about, being arresting and everything else.
Now, why a busking competition here in St Kilda?
Okay, well, Ackland Court is a new part of St Kilda, and busking is an old part of St Kilda. So people think of Ackland Street, St Kilda, free entertainment, being out, seeing live music, and Ackland Court's bringing that to Melbourne right now.
Fantastic. So you're saying that one of these fantastic buskers, because the talent out there is pretty incredible, and we've seen that today, someone could actually be discovered by Sony Music.
We've had some girls who actually work at Brumbies, who are one of our shops here. Their first ever public performance.
They sing in their commercials anyway, don't they, for Brumbies?
They do, but these girls were doing their stuff, their first ever performance. They've rehearsed 3 different times, and it's been great fun having them. Yeah.
I know this one. Tells me so.
Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes,
are we helping?
Yes, Jesus loves me.
One of the young songstresses that Rob was talking about earlier. Yep. Now I'm just wondering, you're a trio. Why did you decide to enter this busking competition?
I'm not sure really. One of my friends just said, why don't we do it? Why don't we do it? We can promote Brumbies, and we thought it'd be a bit of fun.
So what's the song you're actually singing in this competition?
We already did. We already sang 3 songs.
2 of your own, or rather covers?
Covers. One, Angel by Sarah McLachlan, and the other 2 from musical theatre.
If you're not a talented soul, you can't sing, you can't dance, you can just stand there like a statue and people throw money in the box and there's no box. Oh, it is a statue. Who's the dummy?
Okay, can you give us a little bit of a rendition of a song, just for fun? So eat your heart out. There you go.
Man, I get banned from churches just from preaching. I'm joking.
Funny about that.
Can we have a sermon?
Yeah, if you want.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you're going to marry us.
Not a ceremony.
You know, Jesus once spoke and he said, "What does it profit a man if he should gain the whole world but forfeit his soul?" And I would just ask one question: what value would you place upon your life today?
Enjoying the falafels, but you're also enjoying the fantastic music and performances here as well.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
Do you tend to give much money to buskers?
Never.
Why not?
Like, I'm just a stinge. They can, I don't know, they can get it from other people who are more kind and caring.
So you'll come down Ackland Street, you'll eat the free falafels, you listen to the music, and you won't bloody, put any money out.
I'm a cheapskate.
So when do you think you'd ever give money to a busker?
I think they'd have to flirt, and they have to be like sensational, like really colourful, really dynamic, rather than just ordinary, just doing their stuff.
And with regard to money, if you were to give much money, would you think $5 is too much, 20 cents is too little?
Yeah, I think like $2, $1. Give gold coin. Gold coin's okay.
Now, of course, you're not the best person to ask because you're a stingy bastard.
Obviously.
Now, Graham, what about you? Do you give money to buskers?
Actually, I don't think I have for a very long time.
If you ever thought about busking alone, don't worry. You can do it. Get your group of friends together and just all jump in at one go. Is this a rhythm about it or not? Sorry? What kind of rhythm do you do with this one?
I've taught myself, so I couldn't really tell you in terms of
as a group. Do you guys all cut in at any particular point, or?
It's just jamming pretty much. Jamming on the street.
Trying to jam? No, I can't go. Why can't I jam with you?
No, you're hassling him, right, and he's getting out of time with her.
He's getting out of time, and you're out of whack now.
That's right.
I've wrecked the whole thing.
Yes.
I've wrecked it.
But hard to play.
Am I ruining your money form?
You're not ruining anything. We're just out here playing on the street.
Is this what you do professionally?
I do play drums professionally in a band, but not with these people.
Now she's panicking because you're not drumming.
Oh well, I'll be drumming in a sec.
You're wrong. You might have been abused, you might be rejected, you might be divorced. This is as quick as I can get, all right? You might get divorced, you might have been rejected, you might be on heroin, you might think your life's worthless, you might have...
And here I am on Queen's Bridge in Melbourne, and I'm here with one of the stalwarts of the busking world, and of course that's Bernadette. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Jacqueline.
Now, Bernadette, you have been busking for quite some time, and I'm sure just about everybody out there would have definitely have seen you. You were in Ackland Street, I think, to start with, when you've moved.
I've moved, yes, that was some years ago.
Yes, then why did you decide to move and come here?
I guess a change of scenery, I guess. I play all sorts of places, also in the city as well, in front of Myers, different places like that, just to give people a little bit of variety.
Now, as far as busking goes, what would be some tips you'd give to some buskers as far as position? It's very important, isn't it? You're here outside some traffic lights, and tell you what, you get quite a huddle when the lights are at red.
Yes, sometimes that's a good idea. I guess whether people is... I guess in different areas work better for different people. Something that may work for me wouldn't work for a guitarist, for example. And different people find different places better.
Needs a lot of wind for that one. Do you eat your baked beans?
No, I actually smoke. So
you smoke? Oh, that's where you get all... it's not good. Is that why the bagpipes sound so wheezy? Yeah, it's always that whining. Now, you're the only one that's always here. Is this like your own turf and you just send everybody out, or is it maybe because you're the loudest?
15 years ago, I wasn't allowed to play in front of Myers anymore in the Mel, and I just started coming up here. And
why's that? They didn't like you down there?
After 2 years of complaints, they actually did decibel readings and everything, and apparently up on the 6th floor they could still
hear you.
Still get the decibel readings up.